Alright, welcome back, or welcome to the first time. If this is your first time, thank you for checking out Chosen Hands International. It's Coach Zoe Knows Boxing, aka Hype Hinton. I'm excited to bring to you guys for the first time my thoughts about boxing, my journey as a coach, and just some techniques to break down to help you all with your boxing game, whether you be a coach, whether you be an athlete, whatever avenue you're using. I'm here to help you out. What I'm going to do for you today is bring you the first boxer, Damen Lightning Heywood, coming from Newport News, Virginia. I'm too excited. I'm ready to rock. Shout out to Zone Black for all the instrumentals. You hear any beats on the track, make sure you get it him. Shout out to my other boys over there, Coach Couches, Coach Coaches. Coach, you already know them. They the coaches. Shout out to Vic and Chase. Other than that, shout out to everybody else for checking me out, man. You know, it's a first time for everything. Trying to get it moving. So, I mean, I guess without further ado, y'all want to see some boxing because that's where y'all came. So let's get into it and fall into the lane. So, we right here at it. This is what we doing. So, first fight was at Boo Williams Stadium. We had my young boy, Dame Lightning Heywood, versus somebody from somebody. It didn't matter because my boy won out here. But what I want to do is I do want to take you through round by round, let you see exactly what I was seeing while I was coaching them. And let's just get into it. Enough talking. Let's go, man. Hey. So, you know, little cheat move for all the coaches. When your fighter comes to the ring, make sure they are dapping up and shaking hands all the refs because you already know that's important. They're going to try to say something if you don't. So make sure your fighter goes around dapping everybody up or giving them the bow or whatever you're doing. So now, I think at this point I was just so hyped. I couldn't wait to get started. I was looking at him. I was like, look, we put in some work. Can't wait to see what he does. Enough talking. Let's get these gloves moving. You know what I'm saying? That's honestly what I was thinking. I was really thinking, let's get these gloves moving. So, here we go. So, mind you, like I said, his first fight, he's mad excited. I think we just literally weighed right on scale. And as you know, this is amateur boxing, so you can really go to a fight and not have anybody to fight, and you make weight for no reason. So, here we go. So, he's starting off jab work. So, I made sure he had a fight plan before he went into the fight. Ooh, nice two right there. Caught him on the jawline. Now he's a little angry. Now, if you notice the other guy, not a lot of footwork. We train footwork over here, and I'm making sure my fighter's using the length because he got to. Ain't no choice. He's pawing. We still reaching. So again, want to make sure you establish the jab in whatever you do. Don't make sure your fighter's protecting itself, and make sure you really emphasize what you've been practicing. Like too many times, people go into the ring and just start throwing. It's not a race to the finish. Like you want to pace yourself. First round, always get that range. So you're here, you're jabbing out your range. You're jabbing out your range. You want to see where you at with it. Oh, he just got caught. Ooh, jab, sticking a jab, moving. Now, when he did that, the ref's going to catch him because his head went down. You want to make sure your head stays up. No matter what's going on, make sure that head stays up. Now, that's a legal hit. He can't really do that, but it is what it is. All right, we still working. Nothing. Shielding up. Body shots. 1, 2, 3. Got him with 3 of them. Trying to swing for the fences on that one. Hit nothing but glove, but it's all good. Keep moving. Keep your head moving. Don't drop them hands. Go back to the jab. That's the fight plan. So it should be just a 1 jab and a 2. 1, 2. Just to touch him up a little bit. Ref saying don't push, so When he does that, don't push. Ooh, quick taps. Quick taps. Boom, got cup. Boom. Woo, what he swinging at? Woo, what he swinging at, coach? Woo, what he swinging at, coach? Nobody knows because he's not hitting nothing. And that's cool because we still working the jab. He can't get behind that reach. And that's what I told my fighter, make sure he sticks out that jab so he works with it. And that's round one. Simple as that. I think the main and minor things to think about and focus on in this fight is, number one, the main things about this fight was I love the fact of how he used the jab in the first round. He was working the jab. He was staying with the jab. And I thought that was huge. Second thing, what we wanted to make sure he did was actually utilize all of his array of range, because my man is mad tall. Well, at this point he was. I thought he was like 5'9". Compared to the other dude, it looks like he's 5 flat. So, with that being said, made sure he uses his range and fought from the outside. And then we made sure we stick to our fight plan. Our fight plan was basically 1s and 2s the first round. Nothing else but just 1s and 2s. After that, you know, we're going to kind of open it up, as you're going to see in the following round. So, as we go, you're going to find out. That's how we're going to rock. So, right now, first time jumping into the ring, adding like a coach vicinity. So, this was kind of exciting for me. So, I had my second. Shout out to Coach Scotty. So, of course, right now, one of the biggest pet peeves I think I watch is a lot of people criticize their boxer at this point. Like, man, why ain't you doing what I told you to do? Like, they don't need to hear all that right now, especially somebody for their first fight. What you want to make sure is you reemphasize what they did good. It's almost like that pickup speech. Like, yo, your jab's working. Good work. Yo, I saw this. We need to throw that in there. Yo, I like what you're doing. Now, if you see something that needs immediate fixing and your fighter's getting hit and getting caught, then yeah, you need to address it. Hey, he's catching you every time with the right hand. Now, how we're going to counter that, don't just tell him what they did wrong. Tell him how to fix that. So instead, when he throws that right hand, I want you to pop back, catch him with a right and left. That could set your fight up for greatness. So, as we watch, I critiqued a lot of things. Told him don't drop those hands. Keep the hands up. Still work the jab because he can't break the jab. Now, round 2. At the end, you're going to hear ham time. That's when the fighter knows he got to open it up a little bit. So, we working. Couple taps. Ooh, got him, coach. Again. Oh, good taps on that one. Now, this one, he's coming out aggressive. I will give props to Mr. 5-footer. He's coming out aggressive. But see, my fighter's not doing head movement. So the next time we come around, that's one of those mental notes I make. Yo, we got to talk head movement. Or I'm shouting it out from the corner. Yo, head movement. And now you see it coming back into play. Like, not standing still, acting like a regular target for somebody. That should have been a counter all day. That means something that I got to take home to the drawing board. Like, yo, when we come back, got to go to the drawing board. I don't know if you caught this. My man stuck his arm out trying to get his reach. You don't do reach like that. My boy should have rushed him. Now, part of the camera angle, I don't know what happened there. All right, we back. Woo! Good duck. Keep your head up, though. When you duck down, the ref's going to catch you every time. Don't go flat. Bend those legs. Keep the moving. And you attack. All right. Going again. Make sure you shield up. Cover that face. Boom. Now ham time. Now he's going to start opening up. You're going to see a lot of uppercuts. Going to see a lot of hooks. Good jab. That jab is there all day. Uppercut right there. Catching the body. Because all the fighter thinks is we got a jab and a right hand. Now we throwing up combinations. Now he's confused. Wait, I need to think about this thing. Whoop, whoop, where you going, coach? That's blocked. Whoop, where you going, coach? Now we just got to come back and teach him how to counter. That's number 1. Counter, please. Missing. He going fishing. Let's work. Ooh, good catch. Boom. Boom, good catch. That's all day. That's all day. If he going to shield up like this, break through the guard with the uppercut right here, split through. So now they had to stop the fight. What happened there? Headgear was loose, so they have to reassess, and that's cool with me because now it gives my fighter a break, and I know he gassed. And that's something I got to put on myself. Like, as a coach, sometimes you can take it easy on your fighter. Like, man, he's tired. He's this. You don't want this to happen. Because now he's over there gassed when I know he could light his life alive. But no, he's sitting over there in the corner. Which is cool for the time being. But next fight, I am making sure he runs. Like, that was the facts. And you could even ask Damen himself. We was running around that track. like we was on a track team out here. We're not playing no games because I don't want anybody feeling gassed. And that was the one thing that just drove me crazy because I know he's in better shape than that. But truth be told, we had to rock like that. So it is what it is. Luckily, his headgear came unloose and we had to go back and give him a brief. And now he's ready to rock. So they're going to reset the round. And we going back at it. My man's already in the corner. Now he's got a fresh set of wind and he's going nuts. But so does other dudes, so you got to be careful. Bell rung, that's round 2. Easy peasy. Nothing too much. Oh, there's Zone Black in the background. Shout out to Zone Black. But yeah, nothing too much. I mean, I could critique a lot. But what I will give him credit for was that 6, which is a right-hand uppercut, was definitely landing through the guard. Every time he shields up, that joint was there. Now, as a coach, I need to train to be like, okay, now that we got that 6 coming through, I need to make sure the 6 is followed by the 3, is followed by the 4, followed by the 2. So a 6-3-2 combination got to be coming. And honestly, that's probably what I need to be shadow boxing in front of him so he sees what I see. And he probably knows exactly what I'm about to say because he sees what I see. That's another thing coaches forget. They're in the ring more than you are. So they're seeing exactly in a first-person view like, oh, this dude's shooting up. Coach, how am I going to break that? That's what they're really asking. Teach him. Yo, all right, remember we worked this? All right, boom. 6-3-2. Knock him out. That's game set. Now, going to the last round because it's an amateur round. 3 rounds, 2 minutes. Here we go. Starting it off early. And we're going to see how we end this. All right. So now, fight plan for this round and the second round. Minute and 30. We stick it to the jabs. But this time, third round, we're just going to let them go all ham time. So I'm letting them fill it out. Ooh, what are you swinging at? Got to watch that, coach. But, again, mental note for me, I'm like, yo, we got to drill that in practice. I got to throw like these big haymakers and tell him how to kick him around and use the footwork and go around and start attacking off the counter. He's gassed again. Another mental coach note. He's got to definitely work on the stamina. Still working. Still working. Good jab. Now he's tired. Still work the jab. This is where we just tap him with the jab. Even if you're not doing too much, tap with the jab. Now, see, he's burying that head down. He's going to get caught. He keep playing with that. Coming around here. Now, it's a little telegraphic. You got to make sure you move to different sides. We can't keep drifting to the left. Again, coaching is important. The things you see in the fight is what you got to emphasize for the fighter. This is the cheat sheet right here. You watch this. Then you go back and hit the lab up. So, again, jab. Now, you got to watch yourself. Boom. He saw it coming. Got a little weak in them knees. That was almost lights out. Woo! Swinging for the fences. Watch that head. Whoa, whoa! Now, that's a counter. Good way to come back. Tap him up off that. Let him know you there. Up. Where you swinging at? Now you got to finish. Woof. But now when he swing, you got to make sure he pays for that. Make him miss. Make him pay. Make him miss. Make him pay. And every time he throws this right hand, his left hand, he's dropping his hand. Every single time. It's just this. Woof. Boy, that hit him upside that head. That'll be it, coach. Oh, got him. Again, the power, the pivot in the feet, got to be there. Jabbing. Oh, good job. Good hit. And get out of there. And that's it. And that's how we do. So, just to recap, when you're with your fighter, at the end of the round, you want to make sure you're just giving him props. He made it. He did it. That's something that most people haven't done. A lot of people talk about getting into a boxing match, but they never do it. Or a lot of people talk about going how far he did with the 2 minutes, 3 rounds with somebody he's never faced before, don't know his fighting style, and he's got to make sure he adapts in the first minute or 2 minutes to adjust to what he does. I think the benefit of the amateur ring style is the fact that not only am I just going to have to adapt on the fly, but I'm seeing somebody that I don't know what their weakness is. I know what my strengths is, so my confidence should be even higher. Like, yo, I trained hard for this fight, and that's another huge thing. Like, the training provides confidence for your boxer. So if they're excited and they're hyped, that's automatically going to improve their performance to where they feel like they can meet anybody. Like, if you think about some of the greats, I'm going to throw my man Mayweather's name out there. If you think about him, His confidence really comes from the fact that, yo, I'm going to lead a club and I'm going to go on a 5-mile run and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody training hard as me, so I know I got him. My stamina is way over everybody's. You want to instill that confidence in your fighters so when they step out there, they're like, yo, I train harder than you. And then when they hit him, yo, I hit harder than you. Why am I even sweating this? I'm about to knock this dude's head off. And that's just what it's got to be. You have to make sure they come in there with confidence because your job as a coach is to give them confidence. That's your whole job. You've trained them. Now it's time for the proving ground. They at their proving ground. Now it's time to ensure that they finish the fight. And that's what you do. That's your job. If you don't do that, you let your fighter down. Should no fighter feel like their coach doesn't have, number one, their best interest, and number two, they push them. And now we get into the acknowledgement of who won this thing. But you already know if Coach Zoe's in the building, it's Zoe Knows Boxing. So you already know what time it is. Go ahead and announce it. We'll listen quietly. You know what time. That's it, Coach. Uh-huh. Work with it. Uh-huh. Let's go. We already knew. But, like I said, this is good. Give him his first taste of victory. I was excited. He was excited. It's all love. So, that's that. Trying to think. No other critiques. Shout out to everybody filming and everybody showing love. But we're going to the back. So, just remember, in a lot of these scenarios and situations, you got it. Just trust yourself as a coach to know that you trained your fighter, you work with your fighter, you know exactly what they're going to do, you know exactly how they're going to act, you know if you push yourself, you know what combos they do. Like, the worst thing is coaches trying to act like, oh, I taught them that, but you ain't teach them nothing, so stop lying. Like, just be truthful. Like, if you didn't work on something, that's something you got to take back home to the lab. Shout out to my boys on there. To the lab that you got to work on. And then it's all good. Once they learn that, then you can add something else to what I like to call their utility belt. So when they go in the ring now, they know how to adapt to that. And remember, this was his first fight. So at the end of the day, keep training, keep grinding. Appreciate all the love. Shout out to everybody. Like, this was major for me to be able to come out and show this to you. Stay tuned to the next one. I'm going to get my boy Polo, the Don, a.k.a. Rod the Reaper. Now, excuse me, big dog. I got to make sure I know your name. And we're going to go back at it. But until the next time, thank you for joining Chosen Hands International out here. And y'all take care. Be blessed, man. Adios.